Welcome to Gratefully Gifted, a podcast for gifted kids made by gifted kids because we do think it is great to be gifted. So, let's get started.
But first, some fun. Here, we tell some interesting facts. Did you know smiling is contagious? How about smiling for a few seconds can lead to having a happier mood? Planting trees is a very good thing if you didn't know. More than 27,000 trees are cut down each day. Did you know that 25 trillion styrofoam cups are thrown out each year? Plastic is not biodegradable, and more than 1 million sea animals choke and die each year from plastic. Every 3 months, Americans throw enough aluminum in the landfills to build our nation's entire commercial air fleet. And if you walk a mile along the average U.S. highway, you will see, on average, about 1,457 pieces of litter. And these are all some facts that show how we can help the world.
Now it's time for talking time. Today our theme is how to lend a helping hand, so I thought it would be great to interview our school counselor, who helps a lot at our school. Hello, and thank you, Dr. Haxton, for sitting down with us today. First of all, why did you decide to become a school counselor?
Well, I started out as a math teacher and just felt like I really enjoyed listening to kids and kind of helping give them advice and come up with solutions to problems. So I wanted to change to a role where I could do that.
Nice. What is the most important part about your job?
Well, I think the most important part about my job is that I'm a good listener and that I have a lot of connections in the school and in the community, so that way I can help meet all kinds of needs for our students and families.
Another question, what is the hardest part about your job?
Well, so the hardest part about my job is I get to hear a lot of stories, and unfortunately for some of our kids, their stories are not as happy as other kids, and so it's sometimes hard knowing that some of our kids have a little bit of a tough life at home.
What is your favorite part about your job?
So my favorite part about my job is whenever I have been working with a student for a while and we're trying to help improve their situation, whether it's just their own emotions or needs, and whenever I learn that things have improved, and so that child is getting to be happy and enjoy school and enjoy life, that's what makes my job worth it.
Where do you get your lesson ideas?
So I like to kind of be creative and come up with my own lessons as much as I can. I don't always do that. So the state tells us what we have to teach each grade. And so when I know what I have to teach kids, I try to look for things that you guys would find interesting. So I know you guys like to use Chromebooks, and that's where the Nearpods come from. So that way we can do that. So I do a little bit of creating my own and then just kind of looking to see what others have done.
Why do you think we should help others?
I think it should just be part of our human nature to help others. Like, I often feel better when I do something for someone else more than I do when I do something for myself.
What do you think is most important about helping others?
So kind of like with the last question, like I think it helps us grow as individuals, and it helps us, like when you help someone, I bet you feel really confident and feel good about yourself, and it probably makes your day. So not only are you making someone else's day by doing something for them, but you probably feel really good about yourself too because you've done something.
Yeah, what do you think is a good example of helping others?
Well, that's a tricky question because I think, anything that you do is a good example. We all have different talents and stuff. So, whatever it is that you can do, if you choose to do it, it can be as simple as like noticing a friend at the playground doesn't have someone to talk to or to eat with at lunch. And just, that's a big help. And we may not realize that we're helping someone else just by talking to them.
Yeah. Do you think it's important to help people even when nobody's watching?
Absolutely. I think sometimes, kids and adults, like, they want credit for doing the right thing. And so I think it shows true character and good character when we do the right thing and we don't expect anything back. Like, if you help someone and you're not expecting a pirate praise or expecting someone to say something to you. That just shows that you are naturally a good person, have a good heart, and have good character to do the right thing.
Yeah, last question. What do you think is the hardest part about helping others?
Well, sometimes people don't want help. And so that can be hard sometimes. If you are wanting to help someone, and sometimes people could be what we might use the word stubborn, and they don't want our help. And so we have to learn to respect that. And that means sometimes we watch somebody struggle when we know we can help them. So
yeah. Well, thank you for talking to me today. I'm very honored to talk with our school counselor. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are kind of bored. What now? Here's a game that we love playing when we are bored. Wordle. Wordle is a game where you guess a word, but each time you're told if your letter is correct letter, wrong spot, or just incorrect. Wordle is a website, so you have to search for it on Google. Stay safe. There is a new puzzle daily, so you can play it once every day. But there are many other similar puzzles, such as Global. The same thing as Wordle, but with countries. You can play Global while you're waiting for Wordle. That's it for the segment.
Well, that is all for today. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned some things you didn't already know. If you enjoyed it, please share it with others and like and subscribe where you listen to this podcast. We appreciate your support, and if you would like to reach out to us on other topics, just email us at gratefully-gifted, that is with no spaces, at branson.k12.mo.us. We all feel grateful to be gifted, and we hope you do as well. Being gifted is great.